Bro. What do you break?
Opa!
Opa! You know, have you ever noticed that every time you go into a
Speaking of which,
restaurant,
you
doesn't
got,
matter what it is, you drop the plate and
You got the
everyone
music on cue?
Everyone goes Opa. Have you noticed it?
It's ours.
It's ours.
Yeah, we don't have much, but we
But you know what?
have that.
Can I break it to everyone? When's the last time you actually broke a plate? You know what the worst part is? They pushed us away from breaking the plates.
It's the machine. It's the machine.
The bigger thing.
They're trying. It's a conspiracy against Greeks.
It really is.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
They're trying to suppress us.
They're pushing us down.
Yeah, but hey,
But we won't. We won't go down without a fight.
Ochi!
It's hockey day. No, but seriously, when's the last time you broke a plate?
It's been years. You're right,
I know, it sucks, right? That's what I'm talking about.
and that's our thing.
It's heartfelt. I don't know what to tell you about it. It breaks my heart that we are not, that society wants us to break plates, expects us to break plates, and
I don't know about society, but I sure want to watch.
trust me, it used to be a great
I want to
thing.
break a few plates myself.
In
I'm
fact-
due.
Yes.
In fact,
yes.
didn't restaurants promote it? Greek restaurants were like, "Come over and break a plate."
Yeah, but I think the liability insurance must have got
That's crap.
Actually, I remember the last time I broke a plate in the Greek way. I was playing at this Greek
From behind.
restaurant. and the owner was celebrating his marriage. They had gotten married a couple weeks before, and we all had a little bit of ouzo. And it was like 2:30 on a Friday night, and everybody was getting the hell out of there. And they served us up a couple more shots, and then they said, "What the hell?" And they broke a couple of glasses, and then they broke a couple of plates. And then I said, I want to try. And I got to break one too. And it was awesome.
you go.
It's the best part of it's one of the greatest things that we as Greeks are known for,
It might
breaking
be,
the plate.
Yeah, because we stopped contributing to the world about 2,000 years ago.
Yeah,
Like right at the time of the Parthenon, that was it for us.
Yeah, but we did so much
we did a lot
prior to that.
But
We did
I'm
a
just
lot of
saying
the
we peaked.
upfront work.
We peaked at about 3 BC.
Right.
Right. That was the peak. And but we got plates.
But we were very far ahead. Democracy.
Yes.
The Parthenon,
Medicine.
everything.
I mean, the language.
Breaking glass, breaking
yeah.
plates. What else you want from us?
A lot.
Pyramids. You guys didn't build any
We didn't
pyramids.
build-
You
no.
built a lot of
But I
shit
think
out
that
of
was
stone.
motivated
Hold
by
on.
us.
There was a lot of art. There was a lot of philosophy, but no freaking
But
pyramids.
Jeff, hold on. Let me take you back in time. The pyramids, believe it or not,
Yeah.
the main pyramid, and you can fact check me on this. Mark and Matt, you want to fact check me? Go ahead. Is built off of pi 3.14.
Of course it's built
They
off of
say,
Yeah.
right, that the genius behind the pyramids were the Greeks.
Well,
Pie wasn't really invented till like 3,000 years
No, not
after the
American
pyramid.
pie. Not American.
Not
Get
that
your fingers
movie.
out of the center, Jeff. Not like the movie. Jason Biggs didn't exist then.
it was nothing. Podcast 86.
But Stifler did. He was Stifleropoulos.
Stavropoulos.
Yes, that's where
There it
it
is.
comes from.
Podcast 86 starts with a little bit of history.
Yeah.
A little history
Little
lesson.
history.
Boom.
That's how it is.
You
Marketing
asked
Matt
us to
made- post
open
that.
up our horizons, and there it is. That's
There
how
you
we
go.
started out.
We're not just, we're not just sports gurus.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's all
no.
about the pie.
It's all about. It's
Isn't
all
that
about
the
the
truth?
pie.
The good old pie. Crazy sports weekend. Crazy sports weekend. NBA, we have a lot to talk about. NHL, Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals going on as we speak.
Right now.
Right now. National anthem is being sang. Boys are about to drop the puck.
Do we have a score? Do we have a score?
It's
Mark-
pretty much 0-0.
I'll update you guys throughout the.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. Thank you.
And weekend, anything exciting, fun?
Oh boy. So I met up with EB,
Oh, yeah. Sure.
who did the logo.
Yeah, yeah, of
EB
course.
from SG.
Yeah.
Did the logo for RLRT.
Sure.
We met up on Friday.
Oh, yeah? And?
Oh, we got. I was in the doghouse.
Did you have a
Saturday.
few?
Oh yeah, I was in. I actually had a talking to on Saturday. Like I had a sit down. I got sent for.
You got sent for?
And I had a sit down.
Oh, buddy, never a good
And
thing.
let me
Never
tell you,
a
I
good
did a
thing.
lot of house chores on the Sunday. A lot of house chores.
Now, was that her telling you to do that, or you trying to make up for it and doing it on your own?
60-40 split, her telling me to do it. 60, it was bad.
That's not good.
It was fun,
Yep.
but it was bad.
Not good. Now, funny you say that because I had the week off last week from work. Why? Baby Watch 2019. Yeah, exactly. So I did the
You
honeydew
need like
list.
epic CNN music.
I was more exhausted than refreshed coming from the vacation. You want a baby crib? Anyone out there that needs a crib put up? Boom, call me. I'll put it up in 2 seconds.
Where'd you get the crib? West
Toys
Coast?
R Us.
Toys R Us?
Yeah.
Okay. You
It's
set
not
that
just
up
a
on
crib.
your own?
I did it all on my. Not just that. I mean, I worked on the garage, the lawn, you name it. I did it. Bottom line, it wasn't a vacation at all.
No.
Baby Watch 2000. I might be. The phone is right next to me. Why? Because I might have to run out of here, and it's going to turn into the Jeff and Dimitri show if I have to run out
Yeah, that's right.
for the next couple of weeks.
We don't know.
I'm on watch, guys.
Yeah,
That's just the way it's going to be.
See, I'm doing like the BBC.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to like. They got that really cool like breaking news moment.
Exactly.
We need a breaking news song.
Yeah. We got Jeff in the house today.
We got Jeff in the
marketing.
house.
Matt has decided to leave sex and come to the podcast.
For
Thank
once,
you
he's
again.
an animal over here.
Thank
He's
you.
a terror.
Thank you, marketing Matt.
He's a terror.
Thank you.
He's blown up Tinder and Bumble and
We got
Grindr.
Dimitri and his beautiful haircut.
It's a 10 out
Looking
of
good.
10 too.
Looking good, son.
Look, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're doing.
I know. You know why. You know why I'm doing
You're
it.
buttering me up.
Why am I buttering you up? Tell the people why I'm buttering you up.
I've been a little upset.
You've been upset is right.
I've been on edge.
He's not happy.
You know, and Jeff is alchemizing right now.
Yeah, he's.
That's why it's.
That's amazing.
That's the Baby Watch music.
That's the Baby Watch
Okay, hold
music.
on, Jeff. Let me cue it in. And Baby Watch 2019.
There it is.
No baby yet.
Nothing yet.
Baby Watch 2019.
What do we got on the show itinerary today?
Oh yeah, I like that
Yeah, I
drop
like
off. Nah. See, this is what you're doing.
What?
You're trying to butter me up.
I'm trying to butter you up.
Show itinerary.
Yeah.
NBA, like you said.
Yeah.
We got to talk about it. I've been holding back.
You
It's like
have.
I feel like Finch from American Pie. Remember
Right.
American Pie 2?
Do I?
When he knew Stifler's mom was going to come back?
Yep.
The guy went sans sex
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a while, eating him up alive.
Sure.
That was Finch's ficus.
Yeah.
You know, he went all over the ficus.
Yes.
That's how I feel because I'm upset.
You got a look in your eye.
But I'm not going to do it.
Don't do it. Not yet.
We're talking NHL.
Yup.
Is Rapid Banter on?
Rapid Banter's on.
Is Malaka on?
Maga Malaka's on.
What else?
And there's one little special thing. This one goes out to Dr. Ryan Todd. We won't say it. It's a small little segment because his favorite sport's starting this weekend.
Absolutely. And we created a segment for you, Dr. Ryan Todd. But before we get into any of that,
Exactly.
we got to go into the segment of segments. And Jeff, thank you for cueing the music. We got to bring to you the Headversity metrics of the week. That's right. Headversity.com is a leader in workplace resilience. They're battling mental health, mental stigma. You got to check out what they're doing. In all seriousness, it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Headversity.com, sign up for the newsletter. You can build a profile. It is fantastic. You want to talk websites? All you got to do is get onto reallockerroomtalk.com and see the work that Dr. Ryan Todd and the boys are doing. For us, it is beautiful. Let me get into some metrics. Now, ever since Marketing Matt has come here, I've been laying off the page a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Ever since Dr. Ryan Todd and Headversity have been doing their thing, I've been laying off the channels a little bit. Well, I went on to Twitter. I decided to go on. And I got to see,
Yeah.
when did we explode?
Yeah, we got a little hot.
It's
true.
We are over 160 Twitter followers, ladies and gentlemen,
What, really?
in the last month. That is a 10% increase from where we were before. 10%.
You mean to tell me Maddie's doing his job outside of satisfying all the ladies of Calgary?
He is satisfying everything at
Well
this
done,
point.
Maddie. Well done.
Just can't
I knew you were a
miss.
multitasker.
It's amazing.
I think I need to share something with your audience. They just don't know how smooth you guys really are.
Okay.
You guys do this live. It's an hour straight. I record it. I rarely edit it. And while Dimitri was saying all that, Mitch was pouring some Three Monkeys into everybody's cup.
Rosé.
Yeah. See, you just
For
don't
the
know. People don't
sophisticated
know
folks.
how smooth you guys are.
We do what we
Appreciate
can.
it, Jeff.
We're multitaskers
You know what?
here.
Palm Bay's
Palm
up.
Bay's up. That's it. Cheers to everyone on the podcast.
Cheers
There it is.
to everyone
Cheers
on
to
the-
everyone. Yeah, cheers.
You bring your rosés and your Palm Bays.
Very nice.
But
Very
look,
nice.
That's
Anything
what
else?
that's what the boys are doing on this side.
Right.
Let me tell you about what's going on the other side.
What do you got?
I got a little thing that I like to call, and Mitch, cue your music. A little thing called Agape Greek Radio. AGAPE GreekRadio.com, where you get to stream Real Locker Room Talk Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's the Weekend Warrior podcast on Agape Greek Radio. It's a fantastic thing. Look, I get to mention Dr. Ryan Todd. I get to mention Mitch and Marketing Matt and all these guys, but you know I got to mention the man.
No.
Yeah, I got to do it.
Come on.
I'm going to do it.
You know
I'm not
what?
ruining the streak.
Whatever.
Stan, God bless you. God bless you. He
Good
makes it all
old
possible.
Stan.
Good old Stan makes it all possible. Stan, I don't know if we should be thanking you for Ethnic Radio Show of the Year from now, or do we wait for the formalities later? But regardless, we're very thankful and grateful for what you've done for the show and for having us on Agape Greek Radio. But we are getting downloads from there.
I love it.
Now,
Do you know where Stan's from?
from that place.
I have a feeling he's out in Toronto,
Yeah, he's out in.
which is also where we start this podcast. Home of the Six. Home of the NBA. Hope to be tomorrow NBA champions. The Toronto Raptors. Last week on this podcast, me and you, we sat here. We deliberated. We said, hey, what is going to happen with this team? At that time, we said they got to win. They got to make it a series. They go to Golden State. They go to Oakland. And what happens? An anomaly happens. They win 2 straight.
Dominating games.
Dominating games.
They're not lucky.
And on top of that, winning 2. So now they're up 3 games to 1. Vegas, a little side note, Vegas had the Raptors. If the Raptors didn't blow that third quarter in game 2, Vegas was paying 2,500 to 1. If the Raptors could have swept the series, 2,500 to 1. Obviously, they didn't.
It could have been a sweep, Mitch.
It could have been. It could have. That's
what's
how
crazy.
dominating the Raptors have been in this series. Well, let's push it a little forward. Let's go ahead of the game. There was so much that happened over the week that we have to I literally had to list them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that we got to talk about. So we can't stay on them for as long as we want to, because this would be a 3-hour podcast then. But we're going to touch on all of them.
Okay.
Okay? I know I'm going to let you out. This is therapy session. Dr. Ryan Todd said, for me and you to work through this relationship, I got to
right.
let you express yourself.
Because I'm an express.
So let me set it all up. If you didn't know, I don't know how you don't know. Game number 5 is headed to Toronto, and they call the big guns. They call Kevin Durant, who hadn't played in 32 days because of an Achilles situation. He said, I'm not ready, guys. I'm not ready. He comes, shows up in the TO. He's playing 11 minutes in, 12 minutes in. Scores 11 points. This guy's on fire.
Can't miss a 3.
Can't miss a 3. Couldn't miss a shot. He even got in the face of Van Vliet. Him and him a little jawing off.
That guy was 5 for 5.
Exactly.
Just like man do.
And then the unthinkable happened. Kevin Durant, pound for pound, probably the best NBA player in the league, in the world right now. Best basketball player in the world. Ruptures his Achilles tendon, goes down. Let's talk about that first. Let's get to that, and then we'll get to the game time situation. Kevin Durant ruptures his Achilles. Who do you blame? Him, the player, the team, or the organization, the fans, like the peer pressure around him?
So I just want to start this off by saying one thing. I've gone into silence since Game 5. I wasn't ready to talk. I mean, I threw a couple snippets here and there.
Sure.
Office banter, if you will. Dimitri, we understand that you have a podcast with the boys. They want my opinion. They
Sure.
want, they selfishly want the free podcast.
Absolutely.
They get me in the office.
I like
They don't
it.
have to download the show because they got Dimitri.
Don't give it for free.
I don't want to give it for free. And I'm riled up and I wasn't ready to talk. It's like I went through the worst breakup of all time.
Preach it, brother.
I have
Say
no
it.
closure.
Open up.
I still don't have closure.
Open up.
Damn it, Mitch. I'm upset and I don't care who knows about it.
What happened?
I'll tell you what happened. The Toronto Raptors decided to rip my heart out like they were Kano in Mortal Kombat 1, and I didn't like it.
No?
I don't like it one bit.
Why?
I'm upset.
What happened?
I even know Marketing Matt's filming me right now. I'm
Yep.
getting red. I'm taking the glasses off. I can't even see. Look.
What part bothered you the most?
Let me get back now. Sorry. I had to let it all out. That's what aggression does to you. Look, let's get to your question with Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Who is to blame for this? I will never, ever, ever blame a player.
Really?
I will never blame a competitive player because their job is to pull through. Their job is to, he's a leader. He is the best player, best playing player right now, maybe next to Giannis, right? If we want to go on that MVP, but he is the man. And of course he wants to play. This is what the competitive nature does. This is what you got to do to win. I will never, ever, ever blame the player. Who do you blame? You blame management and maybe I don't know. I got to see what the doctors were saying too. Look, the doctors will give their analysis and they'll give their recommendations to a point, but no, I blame management. I will never blame the player on this one.
You don't, eh?
No.
I gotta say, I gotta pull rank and say, I think the player is somewhat at fault here. He knew he wasn't ready. He is the best player on that team, if you want to call it. And I mean, there's discussion. Who cares about what? But what I'm trying to say is this: he knew he wasn't ready. He knew he wasn't ready. We're talking about a guy that missed the 2 final games of the Houston series, the entire Portland series, and he's missed up until game 5. He missed every game.
But hold on,
and then
Mitch.
the days in between, he wasn't ready.
Yeah, but
he
hold
knew
on.
he wasn't ready.
But you look at a guy like Zdeno Chara,
Right.
who isn't ready, who everyone is praising because the result ended up in his favor.
Different
Look,
thing.
you gotta play, you gotta take a shot. It's the finals.
He took a shot, and now his Achilles is ruptured.
Yeah, well, you
Hey
know
guys, can I put in my 2 cents here?
Absolutely.
As a performer that felt the pressure of being on stage almost nightly for 25 years,
Sure.
I can honestly say there's a lot of pressure to perform. There's just from within yourself, from the fans, from the organization. I think he wanted to do it really.
Yes.
From
He
the bottom
definitely
of his
did.
heart, he
Yeah.
wanted to help the team win.
And that-
and honestly, I think there's going to be a lot of conjecture and a lot of drama, but I think it comes right down to the fact that he had a heart bigger than his heel.
You know
Yes,
what?
literally.
Well said. Exactly.
You know, and there's Jeff.
there it
right?
is.
Jeff,
Again.
Jeff,
It's not even Maga
Jeff,
or Malaka yet, Jeff.
He done it again. He
No,
straightened us
it's
right
true.
out.
It's true. It's true. Jeff is right. He let his heart play. And how many times have we joked around that we bet with our hearts and it's always the wrong play? We always know. You didn't.
One of us
Kevin,
always knows.
unfortunately,
No,
in this
no.
case, his
One of
heart
us
was
always
bigger
knows,
than his
Mitch.
heel. Well said, Jeff. Like, amazing quote there.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I've just felt that pressure, and I know
Yeah.
that's what he must have been under, and I haven't even felt anything close to the pressure he was under. I'm sure he had
Yeah, but Jeff,
10
that's the
times
thing.
what was on me. But I just know that as an athlete or a performer, you're paid to perform.
Yeah.
And you have an on switch, and it's game time, and you put on your game face, and you suit up, and you're a warrior. You go out and you die trying, right?
Well, it's like marketing Matt. He's having so much sex lately. Like
Yeah.
if he gets a Tinder match,
he's smiling a
blessing his
big
penis as
smile
he goes.
right now.
he's not saying, look, baby, my Achilles is kind of sore.
Yeah.
Can't come out for a date tonight. Guys
Yeah.
got to perform.
You got to perform.
Got to get out there.
Well done, Matty. You know what? Kevin Durant, Matty, top two,
Top
pound
two,
for
top
pound.
two, top
pound
two.
for pound. There it is, right now. So let's stay on that for 1 second. Durant goes down.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, listen, Toronto fan, listen, Toronto fan. I get it. You guys are emotional. You're excited. It's fun. You guys are literally minutes away from maybe being the NBA champions of the world. But cheering a guy that is, again, going back to it, probably the best player in the NBA right now. Cheering that he got hurt. I know that you didn't mean it, but guys, shut up. It looks so bad. And in fact, it's not so much that I'm mad that you guys booed because or cheered. I get it on one end. I get it where your emotion came out of you. But you know what you just did? You just gave Golden State motivation. And that's what scares me. The series now, if you haven't figured it out, is 3-2. Golden State pulls off that 1-point win in Toronto. Their number one player goes down. Now they feel like the Raptor fans are cheering on the fact that their best player got hurt. You just gave them bulletin board material, and that worries me big time.
I'll agree with you that the fans gave them that bulletin board material, the incentive, what did you do? Right? Like this is the 11th round. I just got knocked down, but man, I'm going to come out and maybe win this fight and show you something. We've seen this movie, but I'll tell you what, we disagree.
Sure.
I'm glad the Raptors fans cheer.
Yeah?
I'm glad that it's a hostile environment.
Oh.
Because let me tell you something, Kevin Durant. If there's one thing that you don't do anymore, is tear your Achilles when you're in the Toronto building, okay? You keep Achilles tears in Golden State. This is the Raptors house. This is Jurassic Park. You bring the A game. Damn right, Raptor fan. You let them know. You let them know that
We the North.
We the North. Okay?
Unbelievable.
No.
I didn't think we were going to have a fight about this
Raptor
one.
fan, you keep cheering. You get him to break his second Achilles.
Oh, boy.
Hey, you know what? I'm fired up.
You know what? 86 podcast, not bad. We did a good job. We got to 86, right? That's the big thing. That's the big win, you guys.
There's going to be some
Fans
comments.
hold on, but I'll joke. Fans got to be fans. I'm not holding fans accountable. In their eyes, they've been winning without this guy. Now he's going down. Yeah, you're cheering. I got to tell you, I cheered a little bit.
You know what? In all honesty, if you watch the video of it,
Okay, maybe I didn't
the
cheer a little
media
bit.
in the States is showing how Raptor fan was cheering on his hurt. But then about a minute later when Lowry came out and was calming everyone down to show that, guys, this is a big injury. You guys got to remember, this injury, this
Yeah, but that
Achilles
Lowry's
injury,
so smooth.
he's so smooth.
Lowry.
This Achilles injury to a basketball player is very bad. It's as bad as you can possibly get. It's like a hockey player getting his leg broken or his shoulder destroyed or whatever the case may be. It is that bad. These guys are running up and down the court. We tend to forget how much of that use of that Achilles they use. At the end of the day, if you watch that video all the way through, fans started clapping for him and excited.
Yeah.
It's the narrative. Bottom line, the States are on call. They don't want us to win this. They don't want Canada to take this championship. So there is a North versus South situation here. It's Canada versus US, and do not skew it.
Did we not say that the Golden State Warriors in previous podcasts were the Night King, the White Walkers?
They are. You're absolutely right.
And now they're marching north.
Yeah, they are. It's crazy how
What
it all
just
works
happened?
out. I know. It's
Toronto
crazy.
fan, get Arya Stark immediately.
Right away.
So we're
Find her.
bringing
Get
back
her
Arya
on
Stark.
the
See, marketing man.
Okay.
You gave him an opening. You gave him the opening.
Now you gotta apologize for the Raptors to win.
No. We're not apologizing for anything.
She's got to do her part.
She still used that guy.
She will. She will.
The iron smelt guy or whatever it is. Whatever
I think
guy
that was his name, Iron Smelts.
Was that his name?
Hey,
Now,
Iron Smelts, come over here.
let's get to the point of the game that changed. In my opinion, and tell me if I'm wrong. Toronto is down. I don't know. They're down a few points for sure with about 6 minutes left. And Toronto went on a 10-2 run. Kawhi said, "All right, enough is enough.
Because
It's
he
time for me
played
to take over."
terrible.
Yeah, he was like quiet and terrible up until that.
He was very quiet that game.
Exactly. And then what did he do? He himself went on a 10-2 run, takes over the game. They're up by 6 now. And Nick Nurse, rookie head coach, we don't talk about him a lot, head coach of the Toronto Raptors, calls a timeout. And in my opinion, this is no other situation. We've talked about motivation. We've talked about, progress. How could he possibly have called a timeout when you're on a 10-2 run and you have the ball? So Toronto had the ball. They go over half court, and then they call a timeout. At that point, they could have shot a 2. They could have shot a 3, go up by 9 possibly. And maybe Steve Kerr calls that timeout. I'm okay if, obviously, the opposition coach calls it. Nick Nurse calling that timeout shows me rookie mistake by a rookie coach, which ultimately, in my opinion, killed this game.
Yeah, it did kill the game. Look, how can you do that? Especially Kawhi Leonard was missing from everywhere. He was missing threes. He couldn't get plays going on. He was missing in the paint. He battled hard. I won't take away anything where he battled hard. He won some really good balls, but the guy finally starts to get on.
Yeah.
He finally started to get on. And like you said, they go on a 10-2 run. And you killed the momentum? Let the clock run. Yeah. Because psychologically, you let Kerr call the timeout because that shows the weakness.
Exactly.
Like that, I couldn't believe it.
I bet you Steve Kerr looked over and was like, what is going on? Now, I told you this. I broke the silence a little bit, but I called basketball guru, Lamp, Korean dumpling himself and said, hey, Was that not the game changer? He said what people don't tend to understand is that he has been calling around that time in the fourth quarter, and when they were up in the other games, he called that timeout at the same time, and they ended up winning. So this goes out to you, Korean Dumpling. You're wrong. Your analytics don't work this time.
That's right.
It's emotion. They were running. You don't pull a guy off a heater, man, dude. You never pull a guy off a heater.
Tell him, Mitch.
You never do it. Who do you think you are by telling me these analytics?
I was content fighting with Mitch all podcast today, but now I'm back on the Mitch train. You are wrong. You take your analytics and you tuck them into that closet where you're listening to right now. Look, he may be right in normal circumstances, but the fact is sometimes in life, you have to go with the flow. You got to change it up. You can't just be the textbook structure day in, day out, because nuances happen in sports. That was the wrong call, even if it is the everyday call. And that's what experienced coaches do. We've heard it. You got to ride the hot hand.
Exactly.
Okay? You got to let it ride. All these cliches are cliches because they were built on truth. He killed it. He killed the momentum of the Toronto Raptors, but he didn't ruin it all. They had the game.
Sure.
There's a minute 46 left in the game.
Yeah.
They're up by 6. I'm watching it at home, okay? And the Raptors decided to not respect the Warriors anymore.
That killed me. I got to be honest.
They stopped respecting it. They let them play out on the perimeter. Okay, look, I get Thompson and Thompson and Curry are going to nail the threes. I get that, but you're telling me that in those possessions, you allow a 9-0 run? You can't keep it basic and keep it within 2 points? I mean, you're battling attrition right now. You're playing for Golden State to be playing for the whistle. The game is actually in your hands, and you can't come up with the simple plays. This was a fail all across the board. And I'll say one thing. This is what got me most upset. Golden State played terrible. They did not have a good game.
No.
They didn't know. You know what? Everyone is saying, oh my God, they hit so many threes. They played good.
They did. They had 23 pointers.
Hold on. Yeah. They played terrible. Draymond Green allowed more turnovers than I've ever seen him in a game. I've never seen the Golden State Warriors in the last 10 minutes of a game go back behind the half court line to give possession. Let's not forget, they're down by a point, the Raptors. Okay, and Steph Curry gets called for going behind the center line to give him even a chance at the 14 second. Look, I'm not gonna say about the refs. Let's not give Toronto a pass here. Golden State played terrible. Their players were not on.
No.
Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were hitting threes, yes, but overall, they were allowing opportunity for Toronto to close it out up until the last seconds of the game when they had 14 seconds to make a 2-point play.
You're right.
I'm going to tell something about Michael Jordan. This is where a guy like Michael Jordan is the man, because that guy, and Kawhi, you listen to me. That guy drives the basket, tries to draw the foul, and tries to get the play at the same time. That's what you do.
Agreed.
And Lowry,
Killer.
You hit the backboard?
That was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie.
To be fair, it was.
Shut up, marketing man.
Marketing man, who gave you a microphone?
Jeff, cut that mic off.
Let the man speak. He's got an opinion. Come on.
Go ahead, marketing man. Damn it. I told you it's been bottled up.
No, it was blocked though. You didn't see that?
Okay, it was.
Shut
But Dimitri's point, and this is where I can't believe I'm jumping in. But it's truly, he shouldn't have been shooting that shot. That's the whole point. Kawhi takes the ball, you drive, you cause the foul.
You got 14 seconds, and Mike Lowry's got to hit the three.
So what do you guys think here? So Nick Nurse calls a timeout,
right?
Or he shouldn't have called the timeout.
Shouldn't have called.
Do you think? Because they had 14 seconds. That's a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Do you think Nick Nurse calls that last time out to actually draw up a respectable play?
Listen, everybody and their dog knew that Kawhi was going to get the ball. At that moment, I think what Dimitri's trying to say is it's up to Kawhi to make a move, to make a play. If he's held up, granted, whatever, play or not play, everyone's defending it as though Kawhi's going to shoot the ball. But what Dimitri's trying to say is that Jordan, even if everyone knew that Jordan was going to shoot, he'll still figure out a way to get the shot off and make his way to the basket. Lowry, as good as a game he had, and he had a great offensive game.
He was the best Raptor.
He is not a killer. Listen, if there's one thing I watched in that game, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kawhi Leonard, killers. Those three guys together, respectively, all showed everyone. In past podcasts, we talk about killers. Guys that will win you games, all three of those guys showed exactly what that instinct is and should be. And Kawhi should have taken that last shot. Even if he got it wrong, even if he didn't miss, or if he had missed, no one would hold it against him. I think a lot of people are mad that Lowry took that shot, not because it was his own fault. He got blocked, but it wasn't his shot. It's not his shot, man. It's just not him.
Play for the rebound.
Yeah, it's just not his shot.
Yeah, there's just so many opportunities there. But look, it was, the Raptors let this game slip the entire game.
Yeah.
Okay, the entire game. So, what's your expectation for next game?
My expectation for next game tomorrow is simply this. I think to ask to win 3 straight games in Golden State is a high request. I think they lose tomorrow. I hate to say this. I think Golden State does have the motivation. I think they do feel good. They're back home. It's the very last game in Oakland before they move to their new stadium. I do think this is going to go Game 7. I think Toronto, we are all going to be cheering for Toronto's championship on Sunday night.
I got to agree with that.
That's what I think is going to happen.
Based on last time.
Yeah, you know what? I think Toronto closes it out next game. We differ, and I'm going to tell you why.
I hope you're right.
Look, the Warriors are depleted. With Kevin Durant being out and Looney as well.
Yeah.
And look, the Raptors have been the better team the entire series.
Absolutely.
And this is where the Raptors are going to get focused again. They're away from home. Kawhi is going to have a better game. They're all going to have a nice bounce back game. They're going to settle in very quickly. And I just think that, you know what? They're just going to be very opportunistic come this game. Not to say that Golden State's not going to come out firing, because let me tell you, there's a lot of incentive here.
Well, here's the big thing. If Golden State wins, the big narrative, and this is another thing that's making me mad, North versus South. The big narrative is, if Toronto was winning, what's the number one thing you were hearing? They need to put an asterisk on that one because Golden State was so injured. When did it become that injuries in sports weren't a big thing? They've always been a huge factor in wins and losses.
Of course.
Why should Toronto, and I've never heard in any other series of any other sport where they're saying, well, if Golden State wins, there should be an asterisk because, Kevin Durant got hurt or Looney got hurt or whatever. Since when is that big? And that makes me mad. That's what I'm bringing this up because it's been something that's been discussed through other social media platforms and other sports broadcasts that, you know what, if Toronto wins, they don't deserve the full credit because Golden State was injured. That's crap.
It is
Bottom
crap.
line.
Hold on. It is crap because last I checked, the first couple championships were without Kevin Durant.
Sure.
Okay? So what's really different about this dynastic team?
And even if he was hurt the entire time or didn't rupture his Achilles, who cares? Injury is a part of the game. That's the way it works. It's a battle of attrition, is it not?
Yes.
82 games
Yes.
plus the playoffs, whatever. Bottom line, I hate the fact that that's even part of it. So I'm going to give a little bit, since they want to make the narrative that, I'm going to reverse it on them. I'm going to reverse it on them real quick.
Double them back.
Let me ask you this. Now I'm mad.
Oh.
Now I got mad. Is this, in Game 4, Klay Thompson got hurt, and Steve Kerr came out and said, you know what? I couldn't bear to play him. I couldn't bear to play Klay because if he had gotten hurt, I could never forgive myself. But he was okay with Kevin Durant coming out knowing he wasn't 100%. There's your narrative. Why is Steve Kerr playing with Klay Thompson and saying he's okay to play?
His favorite son.
He's got his favorite son. There it is.
There it is.
Take that.
It's kinda
USA. Take that.
It's kind of like you and Nick.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
we all know that I'm the...
Well, you're the Klay Thompson.
I'm the golden child.
So I got a bit of a question. If Golden State was playing so badly, do you think that Toronto just got a little overconfident going into this game?
No, just missing shots.
Yeah.
For me, it was just missing shots.
I just think that at the end of the day, Jeff, I think Game 5 in Toronto, that timeout killed momentum. They were down the whole
absolutely.
game up until that point.
Yeah.
And then they take a 6-point lead and a timeout's called. I know Mandu's going to say what he's saying. He's yelling at his earphones right now, listening to us. But I don't care, Mandu. That timeout killed the game.
You know what it is? It's remember when you're 16, 17 years old and you're over at your first or second or third girlfriend's house and you're doing whatever in the bedroom and the garage door opens.
Exactly.
That's what the coach did.
And it wasn't the garage door; it was a creaky floor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're like That's what the coach
You can't
did.
get back into the mood
can't
like
open
that.
the garage.
You can't just
He opened the
automatically.
garage
Yeah.
door.
You thought it was what it was, and it wasn't what it was.
can't re-engage.
You can't re-engage.
Speaking of re-engage, is this not episode 86, the same year that Top Gun came out? Maverick had the same problems.
Exactly.
Re-engage.
Re-engage.
Put that as the title,
Put that.
marketing man.
Re-engage.
Re-engage.
Now, final thought, because another thing happened. Game.
I want you to call it re-engage. There's a bogey on my Raptor.
Game 3. I want you to touch and go on this one.
Touch
I want
and
you
go.
to touch and go on
Touch
this
and
one.
go.
Game 3. Kyle Lowry makes it a personal move to try to save the ball. He dives into the crowd.
Yeah.
Saves the ball.
Yeah.
A guy 1 seat over.
Yeah.
This guy named Mark Stevens gives Lowry a little push on the shoulder.
Gives him a touch and go.
Gives him a touch and go and says a few words to him.
Choice.
Kyle Lowry gets back on the court, says, hey, I want that gentleman removed. They removed him.
Yeah.
Turns out this guy's a somebody. He's a minority owner of the Golden State Warriors. Big news over this is that, okay, so this guy's a minority owner. He said some things. He pushed Lowry.
Yeah.
He gets, right away, David Silver, got to give the commissioner of the NBA some respect. Comes out, 1 year suspension. The guy's not even allowed to go watch his own team play for 1 year and a $500,000 fine. People are saying that's not enough. That's not enough. He deserves to sell, like, the majority ownership should buy out his stake. Right or wrong?
Selfishly, I'll say right, because I hope he sells his stake, sells a couple players, and brings them out to Toronto.
What did you think of that whole scenario?
Yeah, he crossed the line and everyone knew it. I don't know, banned for the year. To me, it's kind of a little excessive. Look, guys got a lot of he got money and emotions riding in the game. Needed to be reprimanded. Glad that they made an example of him, but let it go. It's done. We don't got to put much more into this. It's over.
If I could say one thing, reprimand him. $500,000 is
A
still
big
a
deal.
lot of millions.
He's an owner. Oh, I won't watch courtside. I guess
Yeah.
I'll just watch on my jet.
Just because he's an owner, he's not allowed to have emotion? Like, look, calling the player an MFer, as he did apparently a couple of times, and he probably had a few drinks. He's been banned from watching his own team for a year, and he got fined $500,000. But to say that he's got to sell his stake in the team, what has happened to the world?
Stupid.
What has happened to the world?
Stupid.
All right,
So stupid.
This guy's got to find something to do now. He can't go to his own team to watch. He can't.
You know
That's
what?
it.
He could probably just get into hockey then.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a great $500,000 beer story.
You know what? This beer cost me $500,000,
What's the most you ever paid for beer? Half a schmilly.
and it was the stadium beer too.
Amazing. Or you could just go to Phoenix. Same price.
So funny. That's hilarious. From there, you're right. We go. That was, you know what? I think we did a good job. We
It
hit
was a really great segment.
That was
you
good.
know, I
think we got it all across.
We tried something today.
tried something.
We're not going to tell you, but we tried it.
We tried it. It worked.
It worked.
I think it worked.
This podcast rocks.
From there, we go to the NHL. Game 7. Literally being played as we speak right now. 0-0 marketing matches, game of the zeros across the board. It is the St. Louis Blues.
In tennis
Costanzas.
or soccer, that's 0-0.
Exactly.
Just for our foreign fans.
Versus the Boston Bruins. This series last week when we talked, it was tied 2-2. St. Louis took a 3-2 lead. They won in Boston. Heading back to St. Louis,
Timeout.
this looked good.
But how they won.
How? Oh, absolutely.
How they won.
I got it in the notes. Absolutely. Let's talk about it really quickly. If you didn't see it, I don't know. There's something wrong with you. Bottom line.
Well, it doesn't matter because the ref didn't either.
Isn't that the truth?
Right.
Let's talk about that topic, but not that topic.
Okay.
He got tripped. It was blatant. Do you want to see the instant replay being brought in for specific plays like that?
I still say no.
I agree 100%.
I still say no.
It was a horrible call.
It was a bad call. I just think that you have to punish the referee severely to send a message to the other referees.
Absolutely.
That's what I think.
And what made it worse was the next game they played, Marchand did it to another player, and it was called right away.
Yeah.
You bottom line, I hate to say it, NHL, that's where you messed up. Marchand should have been able to do whatever he wanted to that guy, and you don't call it. You pretend you didn't see that one, make it even, you walk away. But the fact of the matter is that, yeah, you're right. That referee, I hate to say it, he might get fired, man.
Well, he probably should.
You think? That bad? I mean, it was pretty bad. I wonder what happened.
It was terrible because he was actually looking right at it.
Yeah, that's so true. I can't. I want to defend him, but I can't.
You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right.
It's like being around for the OJ murder.
Now
you know,
here
like
we
you
go.
were right there, Cato. You heard the knocks.
So St. Louis, right after that play, yeah, so true. You know, why didn't he do anything? Real quick. You know what?
At least help clean up.
Yeah. Do a little something.
I mean,
and then you're on Celebrity Big Brother
You're a
years
guest
later.
at the house playing the victim. No
What
wonder
is
you
going
got
on
kicked
with
off
this
Big
guy?
Brother. The son of a gun.
He's so scared. What would happen if OJ saw him somewhere? What do you think they'd say to each other?
Oh, he'd Mike Tyson, Don King him, punch him right out.
You think?
Oh, yeah, he's upset. You can't walk back into Cato. He's
That'd be
greasy.
crazy.
He's greasy.
That'd be crazy. Can you imagine they're in cahoots the whole time? Like
can't
30
even
years.
think
They're
about
like,
that
I'll meet you
play.
in 30 years in the Caymans.
I can't even think about that long-term play. Only Vince McMahon could do something
think,
like
yeah?
that.
All right, going back to
Anyways.
the NHL. We got to get back to the NHL. All right, Game 7's being played. St. Louis, 1-0. St. Louis has taken a 1-0 lead. So, St. Louis was up 3-2. They had won in Boston. They go back to St. Louis thinking, you know what, we got this. We're about to win it. And then one of the most bonehead things I've ever seen in my entire life was this. The owner of the St. Louis Blues puts a full-page ad into the paper congratulating the fans, the players, the team on winning the Stanley Cup. You want to talk about motivation? You want to talk about bulletin board material? Boston obviously saw it, and they put a dubbing on them, 5-1. And here we are, Game 7 in Boston. As we just alluded to, St. Louis has taken an early 1-0 lead. But Dimitri, how dumb of a play was that by the owner?
Oh man, you can't do that. You know, you just can't do that. I mean, basically, what the owner of the St. Louis Blues did is decide to take out an extreme line of credit and put it all on Briax.
Yes.
It's a Trump move, is what it is.
You know
it's
what
a
I
Trump
did?
move.
It's a Trump move.
I thought about this. So I went out to Nanton, Alberta today and drove back. It's about an hour drive.
Sorry
you know
to
what I
hear
came
that.
up with? I think that the St. Louis owner is actually a Bruins fan.
Oh.
Boom. I just did it. I just blew all your minds.
What just happened?
Because what owner goes and does that?
You went Jeff. You
I
just
went Jeff. I
You went
just
Jeff
Jeffed
on
it.
You
I just
Jeffed us.
Jeffed it.
You son of a Jeff.
Listen, here we go. Game 7.
Yeah.
Don't tell us who scored. Let's just guess it right now. Who's going to win tonight? Okay, we already know it's 1-0 St. Louis.
I really hate to do the cop-out thing, and I usually do, but I'm just gonna do it anyways. The thing is I don't know. I had a feeling that St. Louis would win this game by a slight margin, just because you're getting another crack at it, right? Like mentally, they lost that Game 6 opportunity. Now it's their second try.
Sure.
Away. And the thing is sometimes it's an advantage not to be at home because you get to be focused. You got to stay at the hotel. It's a little more structured. You're not as loose and you don't have that pressure of pleasing the fans. But you know, yeah, my gut says St. Louis, but at the same time, I do have to stick with the I don't know because this series has been very down the middle even. I mean, both teams have won by an extreme margin, by a tight margin. It's been back and forth, other people's buildings. Very great matchup. Look, I got to tell you, if Toronto and the NBA did not steal the show, especially up here in Canada, I think this series deserves a little more credit than it's getting.
Sure, I'll give you that.
However, look, the teams just aren't sexy enough, and the basketball thing is taken over. But good series. I don't know. Evenly matched. I can't wait to find out.
I'm sticking with my West. I'm sticking with the Mighty Ducks theme that this is going to be the greatest movie ever put on film, okay, or DVD or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what it's called this day. I'm going to take Billington as the Conn Smythe Trophy winner.
Okay.
And follow me on this one. If Billington becomes the Conn Smythe Trophy winner, I know that the Rookie of the Year is voted prior to the playoffs starting. But wouldn't you automatically go, you just won the Stanley Cup. You were the best player in the Stanley Cup run. Here, take the Rookie of the Year as well. Take it as well.
I think you got to give him
Do
everything.
you not got to give it a little bit?
You know what? Remember when we talked about how there's no way that Gary Bettman is doctoring this, because if he would have seen the success that the Raptors are doing, he would have fixed it for Toronto.
Sure.
Knowing that Boston made its way through, the team that they played. What if, and follow me on this.
Sure.
What if Gary Bettman is in cahoot with a little company called Netflix and a St. Louis win?
Big.
I mean, we're talking downloads.
This is movie
Could
material.
it be?
It could be.
Did we just see the angle?
I think so.
Is Gary Bettman a St. Louis Blue?
I think he is. Let me throw this one at you just to help your thought.
Yeah.
Gretzky went from Edmonton.
Yes, he did.
He went to LA.
He did.
He made a pit stop before he went to New York.
St. Louis.
There it is. It's all about the marketing.
Gretzky's
Midwest.
been watching the game.
He went north. He went west. He went Midwest, east.
He did the Orthodox cross.
Okay, now just connect this with Magic Johnson and I'll really be impressed.
You know what? Okay, give me a minute.
yeah,
Give me a minute.
Hold on.
Give us a minute. Give us a minute.
Second. Give us a second.
Give us a second. Give us a day. Give us a day. All right, let me ask you this question. Good, bad, or ugly, these Stanley Cup playoffs?
Bad.
I'm going to say it started off
No,
great.
Can I change?
Yeah.
Ugly.
Yeah.
I don't want to call him bad. Ugly. Ugly's the right one.
Ugly is the right word, but it's a good ugly.
Great Western movie.
It's a good ugly. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, good ugly.
It's not ugly like, whoa, like put a mask on ugly. That was
No.
like, it was ugly because it wasn't sexy. You know what I'm trying to say?
Like the body's hot.
Yeah.
You know,
like you got
the body's
10 body, but a 4 face.
And the
Like,
face
yeah,
is,
exactly.
it just depends on the time of day.
Yeah, it's true.
It's nightclub worthy.
It's nightclub worthy.
It's late night worthy.
Yep, absolutely.
But, lunch,
Lunch.
babe, I'm working.
Yeah, I'm. You know what? I gotta go.
I got that thing.
Oh my god! I can't believe you
That's
just
good
called
ugly.
me. Yeah,
That's good ugly.
Shit.
It's like one of those, oh my God, your girl, she's amazing.
Oh.
And then you see at the mall, it's like, I thought I saw.
I thought.
Didn't know if it was her.
Yeah.
Was it her?
No, that was her. And then you're like, oh, yeah,
right. Yeah.
the thing.
That's good ugly.
That's good ugly.
Yeah.
Now, July 1st is free agency. This is a quick touch and go, quick little FYI. NHL season ends literally tonight. The NBA season could end tomorrow, which means we're done. We're done. We're done. That's it, right?
It's over.
There's always water polo.
So then we have to, I hate to tell you guys, that it's me and Dimitri basically breaking down contracts and this and that. But this year in the NHL, I have to admit, there's some exciting stuff going on. Look, free agency, you got Panarin, Bobrovsky, you got Carlson coming up, okay? Then you also got the restricted free agents, which means will maybe, Dimitri, and this is the question, do you think, it's 2-0 St. Louis. Boom, boom. Oh boy.
Blues take the lead.
Do you think that the offer sheet will, for the first time in a long time, be used up come July 1st? I mean, look at some of the names that I pulled up. Brandon Point, Mitch Marner, Sebastian Aho, Mikko Rantanen, Matthew Tkachuk, Timo Meier, Brock Brosner. Not to keep going on, but these are the quality of names that could really make a GM say, you know what? These guys are worth 4 first-round draft picks.
I mean, I never thought about that, but you strike up a really good point. And I mean, one thing to note is that the management landscape is changing quite a bit in the NHL. So these old school unwritten rules of rules might not just be a factor anymore. So yeah, maybe you're right. I never thought of it, Mitch, but you could be onto something here.
I think so. I truly think this is the year that we're going to see those offer sheets starting to fly. I really do. I really do. Marketing Matt's got something.
Marketing Matt.
Yeah,
what do you
just to
got?
pull up some stats, the Bruins have currently taken 10 shots in this quarter, and the Blues have taken 3.
So the Blues have scored 2 goals on 3 shots.
No, you know what it is? That's a Tuukka Rask. He was so good in game 6 that he's dropping the ball.
You know those kind of metrics. And Jeff, cue the music. Can only be brought to you by Headversity.com. That's right. The real metrics of metrics makers. Headversity.com. They're getting a second plug. Why? Because it's game 7, and when you got a 66.6% ratio, 6.667, but you put the dash over it because it's always continuous, you got to mention Headversity.com. Wow, that's crazy.
Well, from there's another metric that we're going to, or Headversity. What do you think of Headversity? You think of Dr. Ryan Todd.
Yes.
And what else do you think of? Not just, mental capacity and saying you feel good about all that great stuff.
But our new segment.
That's right.
Which we entitle, and Jeff, come up with something impromptu creative. We won't hold you to it.
Oh, talk about pressure.
Just muddle the keyboard.
If you don't mind, let me just throw this in. I just mentioned NHL's done as of tonight. Somebody's hoisting the Stanley Cup. NBA might be done tomorrow. If not, Sunday they're done, which means the ultimate Guma is here. The CFL is back.
And we're bringing to you special segment for Dr. Ryan Todd, the CFL Macklin Minute.
Macklin Minute.
That was less than.
That's it. No, it was. We'll take it. We'll take it.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress. Listen.
You guys want art? You think it comes in one stroke of the brush?
The CFL is about to start. It starts tomorrow, actually. Thursday is the first game of the season. Our local Calgary Stampeders, defending champions, are taking on, their nemesis, the team that they beat in the Grey Cup on Saturday, the Ottawa Red Blacks. But yesterday, I'm on the treadmill doing a little run.
He's a
I
runner.
look across, and TSN's got the top 50 players. Top 50 players. Top 3, let me give them to you. Adam Bighill, linebacker, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Number 2, Mike Riley, BC Lions. Had to think about that because he moved from Edmonton over to BC. Number 1 player in the CFL, Bo Levi Mitchell, quarterback of the Calgary Stampeders. My question, did the TSN top 50, they get it right?
Where's Ricky Ray?
Ricky Ray? He retired.
He's not. It doesn't matter. He's like that staple. I don't even believe him.
Yeah. He'll be back. He'll be back.
Somehow, some way.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
No, fairly accurate.
Yeah,
going
I think
into
so.
the season.
I like it. But are they not the ultimate Guma? Like, talk about timing. The CFL, for once, you hit it right on the... These leagues finish, and right when we're like feeling,
That's
oh my
right.
God, what are we going to do?
It's like that predator relationship. They're always there. The random text. It's a random text.
It's a random text.
So what you been up to lately?
So where you been?
How's your timing being so effective?
Look, have you been watching me from
It's
afar?
so How did you know that Tamara's out of town this week?
Wow.
Marketing, Matt, leave me alone.
All right, well, there it is. That's your Macklin Minute. From there, we go to everyone's
you're on to something.
new favorite segment. We've said it, and it just keeps catching on, guys. It's Rapid Banter. Jeff, you're welcome. Timing is right on time.
Jeff, you're welcome.
Here we go. You ready? What happened? Did I miss something? Did I miss it?
Jeff, you're welcome.
What? He said he wanted us to
Jeff
stay on
needs to be
time.
thanking
I am
you.
trying to stay on time.
Man, this $14 rosé. It's hitting us.
This rosé. That 3 monkeys will get you.
Here we go. Rapid Banter.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yep, I'm
All right.
ready.
Robert Kraft had his 6th ring party this weekend. Where was our invitation?
Waiting for us at the Wild Orchid.
Rapid Banter. Philadelphia Eagles recently gave Carson Wentz $127 million. Too much for a guy that's always hurt, or just enough for the guy that sat during the Super Bowl?
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Rapid Banter. This one goes out to my boy, Sonny M.
Sonny M.
Nicole Aniston or Brandy Love?
Both at the same time.
Rapid Banter. Great answer, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's just talk about the elephant in the room. If you didn't hear about it, everyone did this weekend. Bieber wants to fight Tom Cruise. What? WTF, man? Who would win?
Come on. Episode 86, Top Gun 86. Bieber, it's Mission Impossible for you. Rapid Banter.
You know what? That was even said. Well done there. That was good. That was good.
It's the rosé.
Now, be honest. Would you watch it? Let's say
100%.
You would?
100%. You name the price, Showtime.
What I gotta say, like, okay, Tom Cruise keeps himself in shape. He's a mountain climber. All this, right?
You got to remember, Bieber also trained with Mayweather. He had a little
Right?
pads with Mayweather.
And he's 30 years younger, right?
Sure.
Cunning.
Yeah.
I'm still going to go with the older guy, but my next question is why? Where did this come from? Why?
I don't know.
Why? I don't know. I almost want to cry. Like, why? Why? Has our society...
Are you watching it? Be honest, Mitch.
You know me. I'm a
Yeah,
sucker. Tell me the marketing's good and I'll do it. All right. Women's World Cup just started last week. It's in France. France is actually favored to win, but close behind is the USA women's soccer team. Yesterday, they put a drubbing on Thailand, 13-0. They kept celebrating after every goal. Is this typical Americans or USA? USA?
Why is Thailand so upset? They basically letting everyone come into their country partying on those beaches.
This is not the truth. Rapid banter. You know what? I didn't know how you were going to take that one. I didn't know. Well done.
Thank you.
John Cena is thinking about retiring. Real or fake?
I hope not fake.
Rapid banter. This one broke my heart. Greece last week is trying to qualify. All right? They lost to Italy 3-0. I can respect that you lost to the Italians.
Makes sense.
But you lost to Armenia at home? What happened to our cousins in Greece?
Rapid banter.
Rapid banter.
Staying on the Greek front, our boy Yanni filled himself dancing in the weight room with his brother Costa in the gym. Maga or Malaka move?
Maga.
Rapid banter. Andy Ruiz Jr., new heavyweight champion of the world.
Rapid banter.
You would have liked this one if you let me finish it.
That guy, Rob Ford should sponsor him.
Go ahead.
No.
It
You
better be
embarrassed me a
good.
little.
It better be good.
It's okay. It's all right. Messi overtook Mayweather as the number one paid sports athlete. 127 million. By the way, Mayweather last year over 285, I believe. Not even in the top 100 this year. Lay off the strip clubs, bro. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Now, going back to it. Does Mayweather want to fight Messi for the money?
Yes.
Rapid banter. Just to give you guys a little FYI, another one I want to throw out there. If Messi and Ronaldo were to fight, would you watch it?
100%.
Oh, yeah. Rapid banter. Top 5, I'm going to give it to you real quick. Not to say that this is an educational podcast. You got Messi at 127, Ronaldo at 105. Mayar is 102. 102. And Canelo Alvarez at 97 million. And our boy, Roger Federer at 95 million, rounding up the top 5 in the Forbes 100 sports highest paid athletes.
Amazing.
Speaking of tennis, Rafael Nadal won the French Open. It's his 18th major. He's only 2 behind Federer. Be honest. Who's really better?
Roger Federer. I mean, come on. You can't win the same tournament over and over and over again. Doesn't count for me.
Rapid banter. The Raiders have been featured and chosen to be this year's Hard Knocks recipient. They're going to be the reality TV. Was this the right team for the NFL to feature?
It's going to be the right team for the next 5 Hard Knocks.
Rapid banter. 2 more. Maybe 3. Could the U.S. women's soccer team, who won 13-0, as I alluded to a minute ago, beat our Greek national team?
Definitely not in a backgammon tournament.
Rapid banter. Last one. I watched a little Klay Thompson. I mean, I have to admit, this guy is awesome. All right? He with Steph, if you're going to put Steph as maybe the Michael Jordan of their team,
Okay.
then you got to take Klay Thompson and be the Pippen. I'm asking you, Klay or Pippen? I know, right?
This is a real tough one. Clay Pippen.
Rapid banter. Excellent. There it is. Rapid banter.
Great rapid banter this week.
I worked on
And
it
this
hard
was
week.
tough. You
This was,
had a busy week.
it's a lot
Busy
going on.
day.
I had
You
to go
were
to
in the Nanton.
I had to go to Nanton. I had to go to Nanton.
Nanton.
Listen, here we
It's
go.
almost like Baywatch, only it's Baby Watch.
Baby watch.
Some
Where's my
people
phone?
stand
I haven't even
in
looked at it.
darkness.
Oh, sweet Jesus, I gotta go.
Oh my God. Speaking of Baywatch, quick segue. Over the weekend, Baywatch on TV. This guy over here singing along.
New
to
or
the
used?
intro.
Wait, new or old? Sorry.
Oh, it was like earlier season. No, that's the funny part. So Tamara's watching. She's like, "You actually know the theme song?" I'm like, "Of course, it's Baywatch. You should be watching this. There's babes everywhere, both sides of the spectrum." She's like, "Well, what season?" I go, "Judging by Toby's age, season 2."
He really was the guy. Yes,
He was the barometer, right?
it's
Like, he
true.
was the measuring stick.
Yeah, that's true.
Go on the Wikipedia. What season was it?
What?
Season 2.
You're amazing.
Nailed it.
You are.
I-
you, sir.
It's the
It's
It's
a talent, really, at the end of the day. All right, Maga Malaka, it's time. Here we go. Lick, I alluded to it earlier. Kyle Lowry ran into the crowd. He tried to save a ball. He gets pushed by this guy, Mark Stevens, owner. Mark Stevens now has been told, you're not allowed to come in any sort of way to the stadium for the next year.
That's right.
And you've been fined $500,000. Okay, a lot of money. But that means he's got a lot of spare time, which means he has to pick up another hobby.
Yes,
It's
he
Maga
does.
Malaka. Hobbies for Mark Stevens. You ready?
I'm ready.
Marketing Matt, you ready?
I'm ready, man.
Jeff, you ready?
He's ready.
Here we go. Let's start with a nice easy one right over the mountain.
Just over the plate. Just
All right, if
an
you're a
underhand toss.
billionaire, which this gentleman is,
Okay.
what about gardening? Maga or Malaka?
Oh, Maga. You reap what you sow.
You really?
Yeah, you really do. It's
I have to
very
admit, I really
self-rewarding.
enjoy mowing the lawn myself lately.
So is marketing Matt lately. You know
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
know.
saying.
We should do rosé way more often.
Yeah, we should. It's the secret ingredient.
What about a little shuffleboard? Maga or Malaka? It's true. But you know why I thought for a second he might like
Yes.
it? Is because it's a hardcore. It's a hardwood.
Yeah.
He likes the hardwood. He invested in the in the basketball.
Okay, I can see
You know,
the
I
connection.
thought maybe,
But it might give
I'll
him
go with
trauma.
Malaka.
Might
It's
give him
such a
trauma.
difficult. But you know, you got to put sand on it. It's a lot of cleanup. No, forget it. Malaka
It might
is.
give him
Malaka is.
flashbacks.
Yeah,
He might reach over and hit his
And
opponent.
that's the thing. It's funny you bring that up because he's obviously got some aggression.
He has aggression.
What about boxing? Maga or Malaka for Mark Steven?
I got to go Maga. He's already showing that he's
Yeah.
got a nice right cross.
He definitely does. He definitely does.
It's workable.
It's workable.
It's trainable.
It's trainable.
Maga.
Yeah, you got a Maga on that one. I agree with that one. Speaking of that, because he's got a lot of aggression, he's got a lot of testosterone, maybe more than what he's probably doing a little, I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
CrossFit. Little CrossFit. It's a hobby. It could be a hobby. It's a lifestyle. Maga or Malaka?
I think it's too much work for him.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go Malaka on that. Just don't see it. Doesn't fit.
Nothing. Doesn't go for him.
No.
All right. Well, here's one maybe within his age group and a little pickleball. Maga or Malaka? Listen, it's the beautiful of tennis meets badminton. You can't really not love this sport.
Can you bring beers to pickleball?
I would assume no because it's a lot of spillage. There's a
Yeah,
lot of
then for him it's Malaka.
Malaka. Yeah, he does like his beer.
He does.
Apparently, he enjoyed a few on the sideline there.
A couple bevy rages, if you will.
If you,
Yes.
you know what might calm his nerves? What about a little painting, little oil painting, or generic painting? Maga or Malaka?
I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a happy thing. Thanks,
I like it. You know what else
Yeah.
is beautiful? Is what about maybe, possibly, becoming an agent? You know, a little side action. He loves the NBA. He's got a part ownership. He obviously has a great relation with talent. Like he can talk to them any way he wants. What about being an agent?
This guy's got Jerry Maguire written all over
I like
him.
to think so. Maga. Yeah, that's what
Hold on.
was
I
thinking
got
too.
one for you.
Sure.
You might have it, but it just
Go
came
ahead,
to me.
go, yeah.
Holdback guy.
It's not on here. It's not on here. Holdback. No, he doesn't seem to be a good holdback guy to me.
No,
He-
okay.
He would go for the double team.
He went for the exactly. He went right through that lady that was in between them. He
Yeah,
went
he
right
did.
through
He
her.
really went through.
Yeah, I don't see him as being
Okay,
a good
just
holdout.
checking.
Now another thing is he called Kyle Lowry a few names, but you know what I thought? Why use the negative? Let's think of the positive. Motivational speaker. Maybe he'd be a great motivational speaker. Maga.
Yeah, Maga for sure.
I think he can win them over.
So.
Yeah.
Just redirect it.
Yeah, redirect
Just
it.
redirect
Revert.
it.
Whatever you're thinking, do the opposite of what you're thinking.
Hey, you know what? One man's terrorist is the other guy's freedom
I'm
fighter.
just throwing that out there.
There's a market for him.
All right. Two more.
Okay, two
Right,
more.
here we go. This one's a big one. this one I could see him doing very well at. He seems like he's a pleaser, right?
Okay.
This is the guy, he bought the team, he put a lot of money into it.
Yeah.
What about a little volunteering? What if his new hobby was volunteering? Maga or Malaka?
Well, the way he's going is probably to be community service.
Maga. Here's one. Actually, I got two more, Jeff. Here's one that I think he'd be excellent at.
Okay.
He's got a little aggression. If we're not going to suppress it, let's expose it.
Sure.
Hunting. Maga or Malaka?
Only if it was a reality show, because I want to see it.
Maga. All right. Last one.
Should we be giving this
Two
guy
more.
a firearm?
I got it.
Like, does he need
I
a firearm?
don't think he needs one. I don't think he does.
Lowry, watch out. This is Bad Boys 1 all over again.
Here's one that I hear is very therapeutic. It relaxes you, but it keeps you on your toes. Beekeeping. Maga or Malaka? Mark Stevens.
Just move on, please.
Maga it is.
Are you saying he maybe needs to catch a buzz?
Maybe. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes.
He's done it again. He did it at the beginning of the podcast, and he did it at the end.
You're welcome.
Here's the last one.
The roster just
now
got
follow
Jeff.
me on this. All right. So he can't go to any games.
'Kay.
He's been fined $500,000.
He's thinking about beekeeping.
He's saying to himself, you know what? I need to relax. I'm gonna go to the beach.
Yeah.
Forget it. I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm going to the Caymans, wherever there's nice sand.
Where else can you relax?
I got it.
Okay.
Sand castle making as his new hobby. Maga or Malaka. He's using his great mind. He's obviously a very educational guy. He's a smart guy. He knows how to build. He's an engineer of some kind.
No, it's Malaka. Because if there's anything that I've seen from him, is he will swat that thing down.
It's so true.
I was going to say that.
He'll build it up,
He'll build it up,
but he
and
will
he'll take
swat
it down.
it down.
So why are my windows big enough? Why? And he'll take it all down.
Hey, kid, you coming into my sandcastle?
Oh, could you imagine?
Oh, you know what? Big Malaka.
Listen, Mark, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta
Take
chill.
it easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
There it
Maybe
is.
shuffleboard was the thing for
Maybe
you.
it was.
Maybe you
it
need
is.
that separation. You get a little of your sand, you got a little of the shuffle. You can't really hit the guy. Now that I think about it, you're a little bit away.
Yep.
It can be done behind glass, behind closed doors. So many ways to do the shuffleboard.
What about meditation? You thinking meditation is something he can?
Is that really good for anybody?
I don't think so.
Come on.
And there it is. Podcast 86.
My goodness. Do I say it? I don't want to
Don't
say
say
it. I don't want to say it here. We'll talk about it after. But look, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure. It's always fun. We selfishly get to have this time, and we selfishly get to have all of you roster listening to this podcast, supporting us week in, week out. Look, you got to follow us on the channels at Real Locker Room Talk, at Mitch and Dimitri. Get on the website, reallockerroomtalk.com. Of course, if you're on the Facebook page and all the social media channels, you get the direct link to Podbean as well. Look, alchemystudio.ca. We talked about it, best studio of all time. RealLockerRoomTalk.com, Agape Greek Radio, and Headversity.com. The thing that wraps it all in together. Look, episode 86, I want to do more, but we got to shove it in the locker because Mitch and Dimitri got to hit the showers.
Absolutely. Oh, boy. See you guys. Have a great week. Well, there it is.
Very emotional.
You know what? You got very, very
Fucking upset.
Yeah. Yeah, do it. Good.
I was
You literally, no joke, you turned red.
I turned
Just so you
red.
know, yeah.
Because I actually, no joke, didn't talk about it.